If the private investigator's information is correct, and he damned well better be, Ember should be coming through those doors any second. Damn, I'm nervous. Come on, Mercer. You complete multi-million-dollar deals without breaking a sweat. Why does this have your hands shaking? Get a grip. Here goes nothing. Ember, what are you doing here? Please, call me Brett. I'm here to speak with a business associate. What brings you here? You work here. Well, that's a coincidence. Are you headed to lunch? I'm starved, and this can wait a bit. Let me buy you lunch. Come on, there's a little bakery around the corner that sells sandwiches and such. How would that work? The private investigator thinks that's your favorite place to eat. Thank you. You look amazing today. But why in the hell are you so dressed up? In the report, I read you work as a data entry clerk. That can't be a business suit type of job. I wish to hell we didn't have to play these games and I could just ask straight out. But if I did that, you'd know I had you investigated, and this whole accidental meetup was a ruse. So you said you work up on the 3rd floor? That's wild. I come here all the time. I don't know how I could have missed you. Have you worked there long? Just a few months, huh? Oh, yeah, I remember someone saying you moved here recently from somewhere down south. Georgia? I've gone there a couple times, for business trips mostly. How did you end up in South Carolina? Yes, the beaches are beautiful. So, do you have family here? Nasty divorce. I get that. Sometimes you just need to get away from it all. It was nice of your friend to offer you a place to stay while you get on your feet again. How's that going? Son of a bitch, this place is standing room only. This is not what I was after at all. And that's what I get for not checking these things out myself. I've never seen this place so crowded. Small park. Yeah, that would be nice. Hey, what can I get for you? Go ahead, you order first. Yeah, that sounds good. Make that 2 of those, please. Okay, got it. Is there anything else I can get for you? Ember? No, that's it, thank you. Okay, your order number 35. And you're right, the line did go much faster than I expected. I mean, I know they have good food, but I didn't realize how busy this place gets at lunchtime. Yeah, they do seem to have this down to an art. I think that's our order coming out over there now. So now that we can hear each other again, where were we? Oh, I remember. You were telling me how it's going rooming with your friend from high school. They work part-time at the receptionist's desk at the club, right? Yeah, I know them. And I despise them. All they're after is a big wallet. Nothing else matters. That cannot be a good environment for you. You know, I might have a solution for you that could help me out too. Yeah, A few of the buildings I'm responsible for. I own them, so technically I'm responsible for them, right? Well, they have a couple of vacant apartments. Yeah, I'm in property management. Anyway, the point I was making was I have a few buildings that have unrented apartments. Oh, I understand. You just moved here. Money has to be tight. But here's the thing. Vacant apartments cost money. It would be better for me to have a renter, even at a discounted rate, than to have it empty. Caught that, did you? I'm surprised after the trauma you experienced last night that you remembered anything. And I kind of wish you hadn't. If you find out that I'm the Brett Mercer before you get to know me and know that I'm no threat to you, you'll run like a scared rabbit. Best not to let this conversation get sidetracked. Do you want a place near work? You're going to start taking college classes. Is that part of your fresh start? That's a good plan. Are you going to go to the university or to the community college? Where do you want to sit? Under the tree or over by the water? Lead the way. Well, I have one near where you work, and a couple in between there and the college. Would you like to see them? Oh, baby, it's kind of you to try to keep me from getting in trouble, but I own half the buildings in Manhattan. The buildings I own here mean next to nothing to my bottom line. Renting one apartment to you below the regular rate is not a problem. If you could swing $400 a month plus utilities, you'd be doing me a favor. This sandwich is really good. I hadn't tried this one before. It's a good choice. I know it's less than what the places can rent for, but the fact is they're vacant because we've just finished extensive refurbishments, but that's beside the point. And whether anyone is living in the place or not, they're still expenses. Utilities, insurance, taxes, and so forth. Since the apartments are vacant, the owner is covering those costs and getting nothing in return. If you moved into one and paid $400, it would more than cover those costs. So it's a win-win. The owner's cost of doing business is reduced, and you get a place to live. Great. Well, I could meet you after work tonight if you're free. You're cautious, but trust me, I'm going to make this offer so appealing you won't turn it down, no matter what the cost to me. Well, most leases are from 9 months to a year. No, you wouldn't have to move out if someone else wanted to rent it. You'd sign a lease and have the same rights as any other renter. After the lease is up, we can revisit the terms, if you want to stay longer. I appreciate that you brought up the club, because I want to make this clear. The apartment is only contingent upon you finding one you like. No strings attached. But if we're going to be completely honest, then I admit I'm very attracted to you as well. And while I would eventually like to find my forever partner, I have no plans to do so immediately. That said, casual sex doesn't do it for me. I like to get to know my partner, to learn exactly what turns them on, what their needs are, how to best please them. You can't do that if you're with someone new each night. I understand. Just coming off a bad breakup, it'd be hard to jump back into a relationship. But you need to understand, I'm not like most men, Ember. I can make a distinction between dominating you during sex and a partnership everywhere else. Personally, I find strength and confidence attractive. I want a partner who's smart and witty, but willing to submit to me during sex, and only during sex. The rest of the time would be different. A heated dialogue and a show of intelligence are serious turn-ons for me. Shut the hell up, Mercer. You're losing them. You're pushing too hard. One step at a time. Be their friend. Help them out of this rotten living arrangement. But we've jumped topics. The apartment is yours if you want it, without any conditions and regardless of whether or not you scene with me. Am I dangling attractive carrots? I hope so. It would help us both out. The apartment is one subject, and scening with me is another. Separate. Neither is contingent upon the other. But I will say, seeing you being beaten by that asshole last night just about killed me. I guarantee you'd never feel abused scening with me. Never. But right now we're talking apartments. We can discuss the club another time. The two are separate, and you'll have a legally binding lease just like every other tenant. Perfect. I'll meet you in the lobby at 5 p.m.